You are looking at a 30-year-old Nissan parked on a Tokyo side street, and the paint is so deep you could read a license plate in the reflection. No restoration, no respray, just an ordinary car that an ordinary person has driven for decades. Now, here is the part that trips people up. That owner is not out there scrubbing it every weekend. Japan exports some of the cleanest, lowest mileage, best preserved used cars on earth. And the secret was never more washing. It was restraint. There is a quiet set of rules in Japanese ownership culture, and almost every single one of them is a never. Never do this. Never touch that. Never let it sit. Follow them, and a car ages like it has been frozen in time. Break them, and you can wreck a flawless finish in a single afternoon. So let's walk through the habits where the only rule is never. Before the list, understand one thing. None of this is mysticism, and none of it is hidden knowledge. It is simply taken seriously in a country where a car faces the shaken inspection every 2 years, where winter road salt and coastal sea air punish bare metal, and where a clean, rust-free used car is worth real money on the export market. The discipline is the whole point. So here is what careful Japanese owners refuse to do. Number 1, they never run the car through an automatic brush wash. The most convenient option at the petrol station is also the fastest way to ruin good paint. Those gate-style drive-through machines with the spinning cloth and nylon strips touch hundreds of cars a day, and they carry the grit, sand, and brake dust from every single one of them. When those bristles wrap around your panels, they are not just cleaning, they are dragging embedded abrasives across your clear coat in tight circles. The result is swirl marks and fine spider webbing, a faint halo of scratches you notice the moment the car sits under a streetlight or in direct sun. On the deep blacks and dark greens that Japan loves, it looks like the finish is glowing from underneath. This is exactly why touchless coin washes and patient hand washing run so deep in enthusiast culture there. If nothing abrasive ever drags across the surface, the gloss simply survives. Number 2, they never wash the car in direct sunlight and never on hot panels. It feels harmless. The sun is out, the car is warm, you grab the hose. But warm sheet metal and bright light are working against you the entire time. Tap water carries dissolved minerals, and your shampoo carries its own residue. On a hot panel in the sun, that water flashes off before you can rinse and dry it. And what it leaves behind is not just a smudge. It is a ring of minerals that etches a faint outline into the clear coat. Do it enough times, and those water spots stop wiping away, because they are now part of the surface. The fix is almost embarrassingly simple, and it is why you see Japanese owners washing in a shaded carport or in the cool of early morning. Cool panel, no direct sun. Rinse before anything dries. The car stays spotless because the spots never get the chance to form. Number 3, they never reach for household dish soap or laundry detergent. It is the classic shortcut, and it is quietly destructive. Kitchen and laundry detergents are built to strip grease and break down oils, and they are aggressive about it. Pour that over your paint and it does exactly what it was designed to do. It tears off the layer of wax or sealant protecting your clear coat, dries out your rubber seals and plastic trim, and leaves the surface bare and thirsty. One wash like that can undo months of protection. This is why pH-neutral car shampoo is treated as non-negotiable, not a luxury. A proper car shampoo lifts dirt while leaving your protective layer intact. The whole philosophy is that washing should never cost you the very barrier that keeps the paint alive. Number 4, they never wipe a dry, dusty car. You see it constantly. A light film of dust settles, and someone grabs a dry cloth or a feather duster and goes to work. Every one of those particles is harder than you think, and you have just turned them into sandpaper. Dragging dry grit across a panel carves thousands of tiny scratches, the kind that dull a finish over time, without any single moment you can point to. The rule is absolute. You rinse first, you flood the surface with water and let it carry the grit away, and only then does anything touch the paint. Dirt is meant to float off, never to be ground in. It is the difference between a car that stays glassy for 20 years and one that goes hazy in 2. Number 5. They never wash with a single bucket and never with a reused dirty sponge. This is where careful owners get almost obsessive, and it is the right instinct. Picture the standard 1-bucket wash. You wipe a dirty panel, you dunk the sponge back into the same water, and now that water is a soup of grit. Every time you reload, you are smearing the same abrasives right back onto the car. The fix is the 2-bucket method, one for clean soapy water, and one to rinse the dirt out of your mitt before it ever goes back near the paint. Add a grit guard at the bottom, and the heavy particles stay trapped down there. It sounds fussy. It is also the single biggest reason an enthusiast washed car keeps a finish a machine wash never will. Number 6. They never let bird droppings or hard water spots sit. This one is about speed, not technique. Bird droppings are acidic, and many of them carry grit from a bird's diet. Leave that on a hot panel in the sun, and it does not just stain. It bakes a permanent etch into your clear coat, a dull crater you can feel with a fingernail. The same goes for sprinkler overspray or a rain shower that dries on its own, leaving mineral rings behind. Careful owners carry a damp cloth and a spray bottle for exactly this reason, and deal with it within hours, not days. The finish stays perfect because nothing corrosive is ever given the time to do its work. Number 7. They never blast seams and sensors with a close-range pressure washer. A pressure washer feels like the professional move, and at a sane distance it is genuinely useful. Up close, it becomes a weapon. Held inches from the car, that jet can lift the edge of a paint chip, drive water past door and window seals, strip wax in a stripe, and force moisture into wheel bearings, parking sensors, and badge adhesive. The discipline is in keeping distance and angle, never aiming straight into a panel gap or a sensor, and never lingering on one spot. You are washing a car, not cutting it. Respect the pressure, and it cleans beautifully. Abuse it, and you spend next winter chasing leaks and electrical gremlins you created yourself. Number 8. They never use the same towel on the wheels and the body. Your wheels are the dirtiest part of the entire car, coated in brake dust that is essentially fine metal shavings. Wipe your wheels, then take that same cloth to your door, and you have just dragged metal grit across your paint. It is one of the most common ways a careful person scratches a car without ever realizing how it happened. The rule is rigid separation. Wheel towels stay with the wheels. Paint towels never go anywhere near them. The wash order runs wheels first, so the dirtiest job is done and rinsed before the body is ever touched. Clean tools in the right order every time. Number 9. They never wax or seal over a contaminated surface. This is the mistake that hides inside good intentions. You want to protect the car, so you reach for the wax. But if the paint still has bonded contaminants on it, industrial fallout, tar specks, embedded brake dust, you can feel as roughness, then sealing over the top traps all of it underneath your fresh coat. You have locked the damage in. The careful approach is to decontaminate first, often with a clay bar that pulls those bonded particles cleanly out of the clear coat, so the surface is genuinely smooth before anything goes on top. Protection is only protection if what is underneath is actually clean. Skip that step and the wax just preserves the problem. Number 10. They never blast a modern engine bay with a hose. There is an old image of hosing down an engine until it shines, and on a simple older car, you could mostly get away with it. A modern Japanese engine bay is a different world, packed with electrical connectors, sensors, a fuse box, and control modules that do not want a pressurized jet of water anywhere near them. Soak the wrong connector, and you are looking at misfires, warning lights, and a corroded plug that fails weeks later with no obvious cause. Careful owners clean an engine bay the slow way, with a damp cloth and a soft brush, protecting the sensitive components, never drowning them. A clean bay is nice. A dry working harness is the actual goal. Number 11. They never ignore the underbody in salt country. This is the rust story, and it explains why preserved Japanese cars are prized in the first place. In the snow regions, in places like Hokkaido, winter roads are treated heavily, and that salt clings to everything underneath the car. On the coast, sea air does slower but similar work. Salt left on bare metal and seams is a corrosion machine that eats a chassis from below where you cannot see it. The owners who keep their cars alive for decades rinse the underbody through the salt season, flushing the wheel arches and the frame rails, never letting that residue settle in over winter. The cars that come out of garages clean and rust-free are not lucky. Someone spent years washing the part of the car nobody ever looks at. Number 12. They never store or cover the car while it is wet. This is the last and quietest rule, and it undoes people right at the finish line. You wash the car, you are happy with it. You pull it into the garage or throw a cover over it while it is still slightly damp. Now you have sealed moisture against the metal and paint in a space with no airflow. That trapped water becomes the start of micro-corrosion, mildew on the interior, and fresh water spots forming under the cover as it dries unevenly. The careful move is to dry the car fully with a clean towel or a blower before it ever goes undercover or into a sealed space. A garage protects a dry car. It slowly rots a wet one. The preservation only works if the car goes to rest dry. So look at what actually connects all 12 of these. Not one of them is about washing more. Every single rule is about refusing to do the convenient thing that quietly causes damage. The brush wash, the sunny afternoon, the kitchen soap, the dry wipe, the lazy single bucket, the wet car under a cover. The Japanese reputation for spotless, decades-old, rust-free cars was never built on effort alone. It was built on restraint, on a culture where the inspection cycle, the salt, the sea, and the resale market all reward the owner who knows exactly what not to touch. You do not keep a finish perfect by attacking it every weekend. You keep it perfect by understanding what destroys it and then simply never doing those things. That is the whole secret. It was hiding in plain sight the entire time, in every word that started with never. If a single one of these surprised you, there is a good chance your own car has already paid for it. Stick around, because next we are breaking down the specific Japanese models that survive the best when they are cared for this way, and why some of them refuse to rust no matter how hard the years come at them. Subscribe so you do not miss it, and keep your finish off the brushes until then.